baby, don't you see? I still get frustrated, can't lie. When you keep on doing things I don't like, and I hate your friends, and I hate your moves, and I still love you. I got 21 reasons why I do. I got 21 reasons why I do. I got 21 reasons why I do. My friends say you ain't good enough, and maybe I should give you up, but I got my reasons, and here comes another one. Here comes another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10. Keep on counting. I should love you. I got 21 reasons why I do. I got 21 reasons why I do. I got 21 reasons why I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep on counting. I should love you, but I got 21 reasons why I do. I got 21 reasons why I do.
Only the best.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around, since city's cold and empty, no one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, hey, hey. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Hey, hey, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Only the best.
I'ma break you off, let me be your motivation to stay and give it tonight. Baby, turn around, let me give you innovation. Yeah, 'cause I do it so right. You got that good, good, baby, don't you? Got that good, good, baby, don't you? no one better boy. Too late, won't make it, I'ma tell him. Get you naked, but I won't tell him. Cause you know that there's no one better boy, no one better boy. Falling into the bed, why would we ever do something instead of falling into the bed right now? Yeah, right now. I'ma break it off, let me be your motivation to stay and give it tonight. And baby, turn around, let me give you innovation. Yeah, cause I do it so right. Think about it, ooh, think about it, think about it, ooh, take a look at me now. Hey, a little motivation, alright. Hey, a little motivation. I'ma break it off, let me be your motivation to stay and give it tonight. And baby, turn around, let me give you innovation. Yeah, cause I do it so right. Think about it, ooh, think about it, think about it, ooh, take a look at me now. Hey, a little motivation, alright.
Only the best.
This is not a second chance, no, no, baby. This is not a new romance, not tonight. This is for the nights I cry for you, baby. Hoping you could be the one that could love me right. I'll be good about myself, yeah, I'll find a way to dance without you. In the middle of the crowd, I forget all of the pain inside. Oh, so tonight I'll sing another breakup song. Turn it up, let it play on and on and on and on. For all the times they screwed us over, let it play on and on and on. Just another breakup song. Ain't gonna cry, boy, I'll do anything to get you off my mind. I'm gonna dance under the lights, boy, I'll do anything to get you off my mind. I ain't even gonna call you, no babe. The best thing I ever did was to let you go. Did you think you were the only one who could save me? I ain't gonna take it back like I did before. No. So I'll be good about myself, yeah, I'll find a way to dance without you. In the middle of the crowd, I forget all of the pain inside. Oh, so tonight I'll sing another breakup song. So turn it up, let it play on and on and on and on. For all the times they screwed us over, let it play on and on and on. Just another breakup song. I'll do anything to get you off my mind. I'm gonna dance under the lights, anything to get you off my mind. I don't wanna turn back time, 'cause what's another lonely night? I don't wonder these lights, I'm good without you. For all those tears that I cried, I'll sing it louder tonight. Let it play on and on and on and on and on. So tonight I'll sing another breakup song. Turn it up, let it play on and on and on and on. All the times they screwed us over, let it play on and on and on. fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. You know I'm down for whatever tonight. I don't need the final things in life. No matter where I go, it's a good time.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Who's ready for Viktube?
VIP.
Who's ready for Viktube?
The floor, that's where I'll be.
Come on, man.
Don't got a lot, but that's enough for me.
Who's ready for Viktube?
'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Viktube.
Party rock! Yeah. Woo! Let's go.
Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight.
Oh,
Everybody just have a good time.
I can finish.
And we gon' make you lose your mind.
Yeah.
We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
The best intro on all of YouTube. Let's go, Vic.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yeah, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Feel it,
And
man.
we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Shake that.
Shuffling.
Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get mine, don't be mad, now stop. Hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please fill up my cup, don't mess around. We just want to see you shaking it. Now you home with me. You're naked now.
Get down, put your hands up to the sun. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sun. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sun. Put your hands up to the sun. Put your hands up to the
Let's
sun.
go.
Get up, 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 get up. Put your hands up to the sun, to the sun. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, and that means it's Viktube Day. Here on the morning show. Give Vic just a second to get situated here in his usual spot. Good morning, Mr. Tube.
Yeah, good morning there.
That was a good one today.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one there. Yeah, I'm fired up and ready to go now. Should be a great show. I don't know.
Yep.
Boy, those motherfuckers fell off quick, didn't they? That LMFAO. Boy, they were here today.
Yeah.
They was here today, gone tomorrow. Edward lasted longer than they did.
Yeah, FAO. Yeah, that's the only song that I know that they did. I mean, it's like, what other song did they do?
No, there's one more that you would know. It's Sexy and I Know It.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd know that one.
Yeah, for that one, yeah.
But they both came out.
Sexy and I do know it. So.
Yeah, but both of those songs came out in over a 3-month period. Like one came out, then the other came out, and then they were really popular. And then a year later, you were like,
that was it.
Whatever happened to LMFAO?
LMFAO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone, man. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas era was short-lived. What?
Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, come on, man. The Black Eyed Peas, first of all, they're still around. Number two, it wasn't short-lived. They had multiple number one albums over a multi-year period. I don't know. You need to delete that comment. That comment makes me mad. Delete that. Putting Black Eyed Peas and LMFAO in the same sentence doesn't even make no fucking sense. So, delete that. That's dumb that you did that. Yep. Let's see. I was out of town. I was in Atlanta yesterday, up there at Six Flags. Believe in that?
Yeah, Six Flags. Yeah, Six Flags and that. Yeah.
Left about 8 o'clock yesterday morning, got back about 10 o'clock. There all day.
Yep, that's good.
They have, what did they have? They had one new roller coaster that's been built I haven't been there in about 10 years. And that Goliath is the only new roller coaster they had that I'd never been on before. And it's okay, but there's really nothing special about it. It's just really tall. Yeah. I mean, I've been on that one in Carowinds. What's it called? The Intimidator or whatever. The one you can see from the interstate. It's basically the Intimidator is red. It's basically a blue version of the Intimidator, or whatever they call that thing at Carowinds now. But I mean, so it was okay. I mean, it was a good ride, but there's nothing really special about it. It doesn't go upside down.
Wait, mean the Goliath's not new?
Well, it's the newest one they have.
Oh, okay.
Dummy.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's less than 10 years. I haven't been there in 10 years, and it wasn't there 10 years ago. So I don't know if that makes you mad or I don't know. I have no idea. But
okay.
In any case, it's the newest one they have. But you know what? The best ride they have is still Superman. I'd ride that thing 10 fucking times. That's the best ride there. So, and Vic, what the fuck do you know about roller coasters anyway? Yeah, I know you can't get no damn roller coaster.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so don't come on here acting like I'm wrong with the roller coasters. I'm not messing with you. But what were we talking about? Oh, Superman. The Superman ride is the best ride they have. The Batman ride was shut down. I've been on it before. I've been on Superman before too, but Superman is fun. They lay you down in that. You're like facing the ground. So, but I don't know. That's the best. That's the best roller coaster they have. The red one next to Goliath is the newest one. The Georgia Scorcher. I don't know. I've ridden that one too. I rode that one last time I was there. So a lot of people are making shit up. Batman was shut down. They wasn't ready. They wouldn't. I don't know what the deal was with that. Working on it or maintenance. Yeah, whatever. But it was. This is the best time of year to go to Six Flags though, because it's not hot. So you can actually enjoy yourself without walking around being miserable. Anyway, we had a good time. Took the lady's kids up there and her son's girlfriend. This crap. I don't know what this is. No idea what that is. Whatever it is, I don't need it. It must be trash.
Well, anyway, I googled when the Goliath was built and it said that it opened in 2006.
Yes, fake news. It's fake news. What else? Now the food there is ridiculous. It's worse than stadium pricing. Food there.
Yeah.
We had basically when we had like 5 hamburger meals. So just a hamburger and fries was $120.
Yeah.
So what's going on here? Doesn't seem right.
Well, yes, I mean, I've ridden roller coasters before. Like I rode, like, what was that one called? Just like that little roller coaster. It's called the Runaway Mine Train. Yeah, I rode on that one, but yeah.
The Dahlonega Mine Train is what it's called.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Dahlonega Mine Train.
Yeah, fuck that ride.
Yeah,
it's
rode
too
that
jerky.
one.
That ride's too. They should have an age limit on that ride.
Yeah.
Like if you're over 40, you ain't got no business riding that mine train thing. It jerks you around too much, hurts your back.
Yeah.
We did ride it, but that'll be my last ever ride on the mine train. It's too jerky and old.
Yeah. I tried riding the mine bender once, I think it was called, and ended up getting my my back blown out. Yeah, my back really hurt after that one, and it was like, hard to breathe. Like it went like, over those loops, and then couldn't breathe. So so I don't ride those big roller coasters anymore. But
They still have that. It's called the Riddler now. They just renamed everything after a superhero or a super villain up there is what they did. So we rode that one.
Yeah.
The Riddler's Mind Bender, or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. Rode that. What else did we ride? The one where you stand up, the Georgia Scorcher. We rode the Goliath, Superman, the Scream Machine. Why did they change the name of the Georgia Cyclone to the Twister Cyclone or whatever the fuck they changed it? Why did they do that?
Boo.
But they still have that. They just had to rename it. They just had to rename it. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that. The water park place wasn't open there. It doesn't open until sometime in May. They had a sign up or something.
That sucks.
Now the regular rides that have water on them, they were open, like Thunder River, whatever else might have water on it. But like that little podunk little water park they have in the back, it was closed.
Okay.
And it is podunk. If you want to go to an amusement park that has both roller coasters and a water park, you got to go to Carowinds for that.
Yeah.
If you're going to go to Atlanta for water, you got to go to Whitewater. See,
Yeah.
See,
Exactly.
Whitewater is a better water park than the water park at Carowinds, but the water park at Carowinds is a better water park than the water park at Six Flags.
Yeah.
But Whitewater is just a water park, so
Yeah. Did y'all do the Monster Mansion or Plantation?
No, we
or
did not
whatever
do
it's
that.
called?
No, it's still there, but no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that one. We didn't do that one. I didn't do Thunder River either. I didn't want to get wet, so I didn't do Thunder River. They did the log flume or whatever the fuck that thing is too. I didn't do that either. I didn't do that. I did see somebody said something about Tennessee fan or fat person at Whitewater or something. We did see one person get thrown off of Goliath for being too big. I said, how are you too big to ride a ride called the Goliath? I don't understand that, but yeah, they threw the motherfucker out. Felt bad too because that was a long ass line. That was a long line there, and poor guy waited in that line too. Went sat down in the thing, and they came and dragged his ass out of there.
Yeah. I like the ride with the swings that like spins you around. Yeah.
No, I don't do fuck all that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah, you don't do that
They got
one,
this.
yeah.
They got that there too. It goes way up in the air and swings you around in an old school swing. I'm not doing. I didn't. I didn't seen too many of them swings come loose. Some of them people are still ain't landed yet. I'm not. I don't ride that thing. Fuck that thing. I don't ride any fair ride, and to me, that's a fair ride. Anything that looks like it could have been put together in like 3 days, I don't ride it. I don't ride that swing thing. I don't do that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I went to Six Flags. I think I was in like 8th grade last time. So
Yeah.
yes, that was a long time ago. So it was back in like 2012, I guess. So yeah,
I don't remember the exact year I went.
I think that was the last time.
I took my kids during spring break the last time I went, and it was a long time ago. I don't know exactly how long, but at least 10 years probably. And that's the last time I had been. So yeah. But we had a good time. Kids had a good time, so I guess they say that's all when you take kids to do something. They say that's all that matters, is if they have a good time. That's what they say.
Yep. All right, well, did you have a good time?
I had as good a time as I can have at an amusement park, you know. So, yeah.
And what about did you ride in the it's called the Sky Bucket?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a thing that like where like you sit in the like the bucket, or I think it's also called like a it's called a it's like a thing where like on like these cables that like takes you like high up over the park and like takes you from like one end to the other. Yeah.
No, I don't ride the kiddie rides.
Yeah.
I'm not riding anything unless it's going to get my heart rate up. I'm not riding it. I just don't have any. I mean, I need,
Right.
So, no, didn't ride that. Didn't ride the log flume. Didn't ride the teacups.
Right.
About to ask about that.
Right. I thought the teacups is at Disney World.
I don't know, Vic. I have no idea, but because I didn't ride them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But every amusement park on Earth has a version of the teacups. I promise you.
Okay.
Yeah, including the fair. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, including the fair. So.
Arachnophobia, is that a roller coaster?
No, they
I
have
don't think
one
I've ever.
called,
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
No, they have acrophobia, which is
Yeah.
it lifts you way up in the air and then drops you free fall.
Yeah, that was it. It's called
200 feet.
acrophobia. Yeah, which is the
Yeah.
fear of heights. Yeah, or the fear of falling.
Yeah, they don't have any rides
something
based
like
on the
that.
fear of spiders that I know of, which is what arachnophobia would be. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see what else. Nothing too exciting to report in terms of the Payloo Revolution. I'm up $100.20. So, I mean, it's better than being down, but nothing. I mean, nothing like a couple of weeks ago where I was up over 1,000.
Yeah.
Thing is, I lost last week, so I'm being a lot more conservative this week. My goal this week is just for him to send me money. That's my only goal. Well, that's not even really the goal. That would be the outcome. My goal is for me not to send him money, which would result in him sending me money. You know what I'm saying? That's my only real. Now if I get on another 2 or 3 week winning streak, then I'll get more aggressive, and that's how you run it up over 1,000 in a week. But I'm not taking enough chances this week to run it up over 1,000. I've been betting $25 a game on baseball. That's about it. I think I had $150 bet yesterday on something. I don't even remember. I don't even remember. But point is, I'm at $100. And as long as I quit letting you in the comment section guess red and black and shit on roulette, I should stay in the positive. The reality is, y'all are just dog shit at roulette. It is what it is. Not, I mean, nobody can be good at everything. And you in the chat are just terrible at roulette, so cut y'all off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Angels gave it to you. What do you think? What do you think there? Who gave you the mind? The Angels gave it to you, but the same ones, the same people that gave you your speech impediment. With that being said, let's make some bets on black. No. Staying away from roulette. Staying away from roulette. You want to make some bets on roulette, you got to go to the Pigskin Pete channel. That motherfucker, I don't know what's going on with him. He's some kind of Rain Man of roulette over there on the gypsy wheel. This guy is running it up. I mean, astronomical. He keeps winning so much money on that roulette. They have a daily limit that you're allowed to win on that roulette wheel, and he gets cut off every day. He hits his limit every day. I'm like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, and he says that there's no strategy to roulette, so.
Yeah, there ain't. It's dumb and blind luck. I mean, it's like, I don't know. The only real strategy that exists, in my opinion, in any form of casino gambling, whether you're talking about slot machines, roulette, or even blackjack, which I love, is to vary your bet at the right time. That's it. There is not a game in the casino that you can walk into, bet the exact same amount for an hour and win money. It would never happen in a million years. So 2 things have to happen for you to win. You have to get lucky. If you're playing a card game, the cards have to come your way. If you're playing roulette, the marble has to drop in the right spot more times than not. And you have to vary your bet at the right time. If the table minimum, if you're playing roulette and the table minimum is $15 and you walk up and you bet $15 for an hour, you're going to lose. Period. But there's no way around it. You have to walk up to the table, bet $15 for a few spins, and then, whatever, a gut feeling, whatever, bet 50 and hope you hit it, and then go right back to 15. That's the same thing in blackjack. I sit down at a $25 blackjack table. I immediately start betting $25 a hand, and when I get a feeling that the cards are turning my way or might be about to turn my way, I'll go up to 50 or 75. And if I realize that I've won 2 out of the last 3 hands or 3 out of the last 5 hands, maybe I'll go in for 100. And you have to win those hands. That's just the only way. That's just the only way. When there's a built-in house edge, there is no way to win betting the same amount of money over and over and over and over and over again. You're just losing slowly is all you're doing. So do you want to lose slowly? Or do you want to have the potential to win or potentially lose quickly? Right? Do you want to spend an hour losing, or would you rather just get it over with?
I'd rather
just get it over with. So I go, I played a minimum for a little bit, and then when I get a feeling, all right, let's triple it. And then if you hit that hand or that spin or whatever, you go back down again, and now you've got some wiggle room. Because you hit a $100 bet, and you're only now back to betting $15 a spin or $15 a hand or whatever. That's it. It's the only way.
Yes.
That's the only way. Yep.
Yeah.
Problem I'm having now. Well, it's not. Well, I don't know if it's a problem or not. It could develop into one though. Is around this time of year every year, I want warm weather. I want to sit by a pool for 2 days And you just can't. It's just not warm enough to do that here. But for some reason, every time around this time of year, I'm like, man, what? It'd be nice to just sit around a pool and do nothing for 2 days, but it's not warm enough here. And even like Tybee Island, I don't know. My son is in Destin, and it's 70 degrees. Now, that's nice weather, but I ain't trying to sit by no pool when it's set all day. I want it to be 90 degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Now, I say that now. Now, ask me again in the middle of July when it's been 100 degrees every day for 60 days, and I'm going to go, man, I'm ready for it to be about 70 degrees. I am a big weather complainer. Like, every year at the end of winter, like around February or March, I start all day long. I'm tired of this cold weather. I hate this cold fucking weather. I hope we don't have no more cold spells. I'm ready for it to warm up. And then by the middle of June, July, I'm like, man, I'm tired of this hot weather, man. I'm ready for it to cool down. I'm tired of these 90 and 100 degree days. I'm a constant weather complainer. I don't know. I got to work on that. Maybe I got to work on that. What David Adula's been working you like a part-time job, buddy. Damn, DJ David. Dula's been calling into the call-in show. I mean, relentless. Says he's gonna tie your ass up in a knot on site, on Fremont Street. He said.
Yeah, we need to get Dula and David on a call together.
Yeah, well, Dula called a couple of weeks ago or whatever and went off on him, and then Dula called again this past Tuesday and said, all right, I called in 2 weeks ago. I gave him 2 weeks to call and respond. It must be hiding. Said David's hiding from him. Called back in 2 days ago, Dula did, and said, hey, it's been 2 weeks since I called this guy out, and I ain't heard from him. I ain't seen hide or hair.
Yeah.
He's hiding from me.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Said they was hiding from him. I said, well, look at that. Okay. It's going down. I mean, it's still a ways away, but it's going down. End of January, beginning of February, whenever. I don't know when we're going to end up going this year. We usually go to last week of January. I don't know. I guess that's what we're doing. We haven't talked about it, so I don't know. How late is the national title game this year, Vic?
I don't know. I guess it's about the same time as it was last year. But
You're all right.
Sometime in the middle of January. I don't know. But
let's see. January 19th at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. January 19th. That'll be a Monday, Mr. Tube.
Yep.
So probably go the Monday after that.
Yep.
Should be whatever, the January 26th.
January 26th, yeah.
That's the timeline we've been following the last couple of years, but I don't know that for sure. I'm not announcing that. We decide that together, but so I'm not in charge of picking the day, but that normally we go the week after the national title game. You know, the national title game's on Monday. We stick around the rest of that week to make national title game videos or whatever else, and then that next week is usually when we go.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know what else is going on.
Yeah. Speaking of national title games, Houston, really, choked away that title game, up by 12, and then
and then didn't even get a shot off at the end.
Yeah, I mean, what was that at the end? It looked like the guy was about to try to do a jump shot, and then he just dropped the ball. I mean,
yeah. Well, he was going to get stuffed, is what
confused.
he was going to get. He would have got blocked. He had no choice. He couldn't have shot the ball. So it was either do nothing and land with the ball, which would have been a travel and a turnover, or drop the ball in midair and hope some Houston man picked it up, which of course they didn't. But there's no way he could have got that shot off. It would have been rejected right back in his face. The Florida man was right there on him. But yeah, that was bad. So I went 1-1 betting the national title game. I had Florida on the money line and over 140. And I missed the 140 by about 6 points. Now what I was hoping at the end when Houston had that last possession, I was hoping Houston would have made a 2-pointer, which would have tied it up. Then we would have gone to overtime. My 140 would have been guaranteed to hit if we went to overtime, because we would have only needed 6 or 8 points for that over to hit in overtime. And then hope Florida wins in overtime. Then I would have won both my bets. But, of course, Houston fucked it up. Didn't even get a shot off. So it is what it is. Went 1-1. I hit my bet on Florida to win and lost my bet on the over. Yeah, I'm done even responding to that shit, Octavian. To be honest with you, that's how retarded it is. It would mean something if you didn't say it every fucking year too. But I mean, every time at this year, this is the year, and I beating Georgia and winning the SEC. It's just every year. It's just not even worth responding to anymore.
Yeah.
Isn't Houston the city where the Falcons choked away a 28-3 lead? You know, I have no idea. I don't even remember where that game was played. Do you, Vic? That Super Bowl where the Falcons blew it?
Yeah, it was in Houston.
Was it?
Yeah.
Let's see what else going on. Yeah, so my daughter went to. Wait a minute, my son. Did I say my son was in Destin? My son's not in Destin.
Yeah.
My daughter went to Destin Saturday, came back yesterday. My son went to Gulf Shores. He left Tuesday, comes back, I think, Saturday. So they went different places. Basically, so my daughter went like the first half of the week. My son's gone the second half of the week, but 2 different beaches. My daughter went to Destin. My son is in, I think, Gulf Shores with a friend of his. No, with his girlfriend and her family. Yeah, with his girlfriend and her family. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, Lawtide. It's the Gulf of America. Yeah.
On one hand, it's nice when they get old enough to be able to go on vacations without us, because then we don't have to pay for the vacation. But on the other hand, it's like, damn, the kind of, the vacations are kind of over. They're not really interested in that anymore. That's why I was so surprised my daughter wanted to go on that cruise, because they don't, unless they can go somewhere with their friends or what, like they don't, at that age, they don't really have any interest in going to the beach with mom or dad for a week or 2 or 3 days or what, like, they're like, what am I going to do? Boring. I don't know. Any word on the Slop Olympics 2025? Yes, Team Pete won. It was a little over a month ago. It was unbelievable. We did the Slop Olympics in the middle of the Caribbean. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't hear anything about it. And to be honest with you, it's a little weird and a little strange. In fact, if you look on your phone right now, there's a picture of us at the Slop Olympics there. So anyway, welcome back. I'm not sure where you've been the last 6 weeks, but yeah, Team Pete did win the Slop Olympics. 2025.
Yeah. What about?
There's your
what
update
about
on
any
Slop
word
Olympics
on
2025. There you go.
Yeah. What about an update on Slop Olympics 2026?
Nothing that I've heard, other than I can give you a guess that
either Nashville or Savannah.
Yeah, and it sounds to me like it's going to be Nashville. The majority of people that I've heard talking about it, like on other shows and in other places and comment sections and all that, the majority, I've seen more people saying, we should do Nashville than I have we should do Savannah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But I'm not announcing that because it's not. First of all, it's not up to me alone to decide. But if you just want my uneducated opinion, I would say that Nashville is in the lead for the next Slop Olympics.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
now the next thing we would have to decide, especially if we're going to do it in Nashville, is should we move it back later in the month to try to get some decent weather? I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I think we should.
Like this year, the first week of March in Nashville, it was in the 60s, and that's great. But I don't think that's normal.
No.
I think it was a little warmer than normal in Nashville the first week of March this year. And obviously, anywhere we do it, the later we move it back, the greater the chance for warmer weather, because you're just starting to get into spring and out of winter when we do the Slop Olympics every year. So the further north that we do it, the higher the potential for cold weather. And if we move it back a week or two, that would increase the chances of potentially warmer weather. But there is no guarantee. And the problem is we have to decide this 6 months ahead of time. We can't wait on a weather report. It's possible we end up moving it back to the second or third week in March. And that time frame comes around, and the first week of March it's 65 degrees, and the third week of March when we get there it's 45 degrees. So there is no guarantee that moving it back would help at all.
Yep.
Now, I do not want to move it back so far. Well, I'll just say we're not doing it during round one of the NCAA tournament. That is not happening. So whenever I'd have to look at the calendar and see when that starts next year, but it will be before that. The whole point we do it when we do it is because there is nothing going on in the world of sports at that time. Nothing. It's the end of the college basketball regular season, which no one cares about. College basketball regular season. Baseball hasn't started. There's no spring games yet. It's one of the deadest times of the sports calendar year. That's originally why we chose that time frame to do it. Now March Madness usually starts this year. March Madness, the first weekend was like around March 18th, 19th, 20th, something like that. So depending on how the calendar falls, we could move the Slop Olympics back a week, maybe two. But 2 weeks would be the most we could move it. And again, there's no guarantee that doing that will give us better weather. It would maybe give us a better chance of having slightly warmer weather, but there are no, that time of year, anywhere from Kentucky down to Florida, it might be 75, it might be 45. Well, maybe it probably won't be 45 in Florida, but you get what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
I mean, if we did it in July every year, it wouldn't fucking matter. You just know wherever you do it, it's going to be fucking hot. And if we did it in December every year, it wouldn't matter. You just know that no matter what, no matter where we do it, it's going to be fucking cold. But doing it in March, I mean, we've all been to enough of these Slop Olympics. You know how, we've been to Slop Olympics at first week of March in the snow when it was 15 degrees outside, and we've been to the Slop Olympics on Isle of Palms in the first week of March when it was 80 degrees out. So you just don't know. There's no way to know. There's just no way to know. No bikini weather yet. Yeah, you got to travel right now for bikini weather, which I know one place right now where there's warm weather. I know one place right now where it's pool season. And 4 or 5 times a day, I have to sit myself down and say, "You don't need to do that." You know what I mean? Because I'm ready to sit by a pool for 2 days.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep.
And I'm allowed to do whatever I want, which is great, but you can't take advantage of that either. And there's a difference between putting up with something and actually being okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's things I do that
Yes.
people put up with, they're not necessarily happy about it. And so I have
yeah.
to be careful about that kind of. What about Cherokee? In the mountains of North Carolina? You're asking if it's
I
pool
know.
season right now in the mountains of North Carolina? No. No. The outdoor pool in Cherokee doesn't even open till the end of May.
Yep.
So, 'cause as of right now, the next trip I have planned that would involve me sitting by a pool is not until July 4th, and that's 3 months away. And I can tell you right now, I'm not waiting 3 months to sit by a pool. That's not happening. So something is happening between now and then. I just don't know what or when. I'm not waiting that long. Sorry. I'm not waiting. So I don't know. Robert says he can't get in indoor pools. It's not being in the indoor pool that bothers me. It's being inside that enclosed space that the pool is in that bothers me. It fucks with my, I wear contacts the majority of the time. Sometimes I wear glasses, but I can't spend 10 minutes inside of an indoor pool area with my contacts in. It drives me up the fucking wall. Here's another thing. It's the chlorine. You know what I mean? You walk into an indoor pool area, immediately it's just that chlorine is in the air. There's nowhere for it to go, and it irritates my eyes real bad. The other problem, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know which one is worse. The chlorine bothering my eyes or this other problem. If there's 4 or 5 kids in an indoor pool, forget it.
It gets loud.
Oh, just forget it. You can't hear yourself think in there. And there with the splashing and the yelling and Now, outside of the pool, would I rather, if I want to relax by a pool all day, would I rather there were not a bunch of little kids running around? Yeah, I'd rather that. Yeah. But if I'm outside, it doesn't bother me that, like, I expect to see kids at a pool. So, like, if I sit at an outdoor pool, I don't get mad if there's kids running around, and the sound isn't trapped. So it's not, it doesn't bother me, really. Now, yeah, given the choice, I would prefer to sit peacefully around a pool without a bunch of kids running around and yelling and screaming. But it doesn't bother me in an outdoor pool to the point where I'm like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Or anything. Like, it's not that. But an indoor pool, no, I can't. It's loud. Everything echoes. You can't have a conversation with anybody. I got no interest in it. None. At all. And Cherokee's got an indoor pool. And, like, we go up there, me and the lady go up there and take her kids, and, like, they love it in there. But I don't go in there. I don't even go in there. I don't think I've ever been. I know I've never been in the water in the indoor pool, like actually gotten in the pool, but I don't even think I've ever even walked in the room in there. I hate it. I can't stand it. I literally can't stand it. So. Now, some places in Vegas, they got multiple pools, and sometimes they'll have like a family pool and an adults only pool. And I don't mean adults only pool like people are running around naked. I just mean kids aren't allowed in there. And they do that on purpose to separate it. So, if you don't want to be around a bunch of screaming kids, you don't. Like the Flamingo is that way. They have, I don't remember the actual name. They have actual names, so I don't remember. I'm just making these up. But they have like the family pool and the party pool. Yeah. And the family pool is just a big ass pool with kids doing cannonballs, I guess. I don't know. I've never been there. Got no interest in it. And then the party pool, or whatever they call it, is a separate huge pool complex with waterfalls and grottos and bars and a DJ and, there's no kids running around. And a lot of places in Vegas are that way. Or some places in Vegas are that way anyway. Caesar's Palace isn't that way. There's no adults only pool at Caesar. What there used to be, maybe there still is. When I was there, the adults only pool section was closed, but they've got 9 pools. So like, in the pool complex is massive. I mean, acres. I mean, it's huge. So even though, you know, kids might be allowed out there. It's so big, it's easy to get away from there. Now, New York, no. You go to New York, just already know there's half the people out there are going to be under 14 years old. Just know that. If you choose to stay at New York during the summertime in Vegas, and you choose to go to the pool, know two things. One, half the people at the pool are going to be under the age of 14. Number two, they have a fucking roller coaster that goes right over the top of the goddamn pool. So about every 30 seconds, you hear the whoosh of the roller coaster, and then, you know that. Every 30 or 45 seconds, you get to hear that on top of the cannonball kids and shit in the pool. So it's, I mean, you need a drink and a Tylenol when you leave the pool at New York. And there's nothing special about the pool either. It's just a big pool. There's nothing special about it. I love New York, the hotel, the casino. Like, it's fun there. I'd stay there again. There's a lot to do inside. The pool, no. If you're going to stay at New York, you might as well stay there in the wintertime, because the pool is useless in the summertime, in my opinion. Yeah. We were out there for like an hour, and I was like, I can't take no more of this shit. We got to go in. Or I got to go in. So, see you later. The other thing is if you smoke, because some pools are non-smoking, some have smoking areas. Like the Flamingos, no smoking. Caesar's Palace has a smoking area. You just get up out of your chair, get out of the pool, walk over to the smoking area, smoke right back to your chair. But Flamingo, nope. You got to get out of the pool, dry off, walk all the way out of the pool complex, basically to the like hotel drop-off valet entrance. And you're standing out there in a fucking bathing suit while, you know, cabs and limos are pulling up. I mean, you know what the goal for these people is just to shame the smokers so much that they kill themselves. That's what it is. Pretty soon they won't be, you know, they'll have a smoking area being on the middle of an interstate. So that's the only place you can smoke. You gotta get out of your car, stand in the middle of the road and smoke. If you get hit, well, shouldn't have smoked. I mean, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Which roller coaster did we ride? Rode just about all of them. Batman wasn't working for whatever reason. I don't know. Fixing it, repairing it. I don't know. But Batman wasn't working. But we just about rode the rest of them. Yeah, just about rode the rest of them. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Crocodile pot. That's a good joke.
What?
I don't know. It's not a caught. It's not a caught the joke.
I don't get it.
I don't know anything about a crocodile pot. I do know crocodiles are better than alligators. That I know. A crocodile would whoop an alligator's ass.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be a fair fight.
Yeah, I know that crocodiles, kill more people than gators, so.
Yeah, alligators are pussies, basically. Not really good for anything at all. They do shame smokers. Cherokee's got a smoking room, and they got slot machines in there so you can lose money while you smoke. But it's like enclosed in glass, you know. So you're like a zoo animal in there, you know. And the people walk by and they're like, "Look, smokers." Shit. The Tennessee fans made me try gator nuggets.
Gator nuggets are good. Yeah.
I miss the days of hearing smoking or nine when talking to the hostess. Now that doesn't bother me. I don't like eating around. I smoke, and I don't even like eating around cigarette smoke. So the restaurant thing doesn't bother me. And some things just make sense. Like, of course you shouldn't be able to smoke on a plane. That doesn't bother me at all. Like, that's dumb that they ever allowed that, honestly. That's fine. That makes perfect sense. But, like, the Flamingo pool area is fucking huge. I mean, it's massive. And there are a million places, a million corners, whatever, that you can walk away from people. And no one in a million years would even know you were smoking. But no smoking out there. Like, that's dumb. That's dumb. To have an an area that big outdoors, and there's you can't hide in a corner and smoke. Come on, man, that's dumb. But like airplanes, restaurants, I mean, that's just common sense to me. Yeah, don't smoke in there. Yeah, that does make sense to me.
Yeah.
Maybe they're worried about littering. That's like saying we're not going to sell drinks or any food at the pool because we're worried about littering. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's got nothing to do with littering.
Yeah, what is gator nuggets? They're also called gator bites, but yeah, it's like chicken nuggets, but instead it's gator nuggets. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised anybody even had to ask what gator nuggets are, because it's literally exactly what it sounds like. It's a chicken nugget made out of gator meat instead of chicken meat. Like, it's not... like, they're not trying to trick you with the name and that. Like, that's just what it is. Right, Vic?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course that's right. It's obviously right. Lou, stop betting on the wheel because we suck. Here's the only thing I'm willing to do. Because, okay, here's what we were doing. Well, let me put it up on the screen, because I sometimes assume everyone... I have a bad habit of assuming that everybody understands anything that I understand. This is why I could never be a teacher. I have a bad habit of just assuming, like, if I understand something, then everyone must understand it. And I know that's not the case. I know there's probably the majority of people have never played roulette. So I'll put it on the screen. So, well, there's a lot of different ways you can bet roulette, okay? What we've been betting is called betting the outside. That's what I've been letting y'all do. You pick either red or black, or even or odd, or 1 through 18, or 19 through 36. These are the most basic bets you can make in blackjack, and in a roulette, and you have almost a 50% chance of hitting these bets. Now, the reason you don't have a 50% bet is because there's also a 0 on the wheel that's green. So if you bet red, half of these squares are red, half of these squares are black. So if it wasn't for that 0, it would literally be a 50-50 bet, in which case the casino would have no house edge at all. It would literally be a coin flip bet. So by adding the green 0, that's what gives the casino their house edge, because this isn't actually a 50-50 bet anymore. And you're probably thinking, well, it's only one number that's green. It doesn't affect it all that much. It doesn't affect it all that much on any one individual spin that one individual person does. But think about how many times this wheel gets spun in a 24-hour period. Think about how many times this wheel gets spun over the course of a year. Having this 0 on the wheel, as little of it as an advantage as it creates for the house on an individual spin, over the course of a day, a week, a month, a year, it's a shitload of money the casino is making by having this 0 on the wheel that otherwise they wouldn't be making. All right, so I've been letting y'all pick every day. I'll do the poll. Do you want red or black? Whatever. And y'all pick either red or black. And let's say I bet $25 on red, and it hits red, it pays 1 to 1. So you get paid $1 for every dollar you bet. So I bet 25, I make 25. Makes sense? Double your money, basically. Right? Does that make sense, Vic? Am I explaining that well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all suck at that for whatever reason. Y'all, it doesn't matter. If y'all pick red, it comes black. Y'all pick odd, it comes even. Y'all pick the high numbers right here, it comes the low number. Like y'all, for whatever reason, y'all just suck at it.
Yeah.
So
So why is that our fault?
Because y'all are the ones picking what I bet on.
Okay.
Whose fault do you think it is? If it's not y'all's.
I guess it's the roulette wheel's fault.
Well, it's spoken like a true gambler now. See, now you're starting to understand the sickness, Vic. See, if you make a bet and you get it right, it's because you knew what you were doing. If you make a bet and you get it wrong, it's because the dealer or the casino fucked with you somehow. So, see, now you're starting to understand the mind of the gambler, Vic.
Yeah.
Now, in reality, it's dumb luck either way. In reality. But reality has nothing to do with what goes on inside a casino, Vic, especially when you start talking about what goes on inside people's heads that's gambling in there. Okay, so now you're starting to understand the sickness that is being a degenerate gambler. So I'm done doing these one-to-one bets. Even if y'all get it right, all I do is win 1-to-1 on my money. All I do is double my money, right? But y'all don't win, you lose. So like I'm just losing $25 every time I let you do it. So here's what if I'm going to do a bet with y'all, we're not doing these anymore. We're going to do first 12, second 12, or third 12. Now these are harder to hit because red or black, you're basically betting almost half the board. First 12, second 12, or third 12, you're only betting a third of the board. So it's harder to hit. But it pays 2-to-1. So I'm tired of betting $25 to win $25. And then y'all get it wrong and I lose $25. If I'm going to lose $25, I might as well be, the reward might as well be twice as high. So if I let y'all pick first, second, or third, and I bet 25, let's say y'all pick second 12, I bet $25 on second 12. Well, instead of winning $25, which is what I would win down here, I win 50. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I put $25 out here on second 12 and second 12 hits, he's going to give me an additional $50 on top of that 25. So I'll put 25 out. I'll get 75 back if it hits. Now, it's not going to hit, especially if I let y'all pick it. But at least if it does hit, the juice is worth the squeeze, so to speak, because y'all can't hit no damn bets. Can you bet green? Well, you're just betting a number at that point. You're not betting green necessarily.
You're betting zero.
You're betting zero, yeah. And that pays 35-to-1. So if you bet $1 on zero and it lands on zero, they pay you $35. Same as if you put $1 on any other number. Put $1 on 10, it hits 10, your $1 wins 35. $10 wins 350. $20 wins 700. Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Gil said that.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Yeah, don't listen to anyone who splits tens. Yeah.
That's facts. 100%. 100%.
Eh.
Colorado going 16-0 this season. Yeah, that's what I heard, bud. Always point to blame at others. Yeah, Joe, that's what I'm telling him. Pete can tell you too. This is what Vic just now figured out. If any bet you make in the casino that wins, it's because you figured something out. You know, your strategy worked. In other words, you won because of something you did. Any bet you make in the casino that loses, it's because the wheel was rigged. The pit boss fucked with the cards. Something like that. Yes, that's it. Always blame others for your loss and take all the credit for the win. Yes, that is the inner workings of the mind of the gambler.
Yes.
100%. I mean, Pete will tell you, I get in there, I start to hit a couple in a row. I start yelling at anybody that'll listen. You see how fucking easy this is? This is easy. They're going to have to shut this place down. I don't see how they keep the lights on here. I lose 2 or 3 spins in a row. I'm like, look at this fucking pit boss over here for no reason, you know, messing with stuff. Why did she have to touch the wheel? Why? There was nothing wrong with the wheel. The person spinning the marbles doing fine. She comes over here, touch the wheel. Why? That don't make no sense. Oh, now they need to see my glasses. It's you know, if I'm winning, I don't give a fuck what they say about my glasses. You know? But if I'm losing, it's because they asked about my glasses or whatever. Like, it's got to be their fault. It can't be my fault. That's the mind of the gambler. It's sick. I'm telling you, it's sick. I saw a guy last week who stayed on a 13 versus a 9, but hit on a 13 versus a 4. That's why I don't play on kiddie tables. And if I do, and that happens one time, I'm gone. I don't stick around with people that play that way. I don't necessarily make a scene. I mean, I've done it before, but I don't get, you know, I don't make a scene every time it happens. Usually when that happens, I just slide my chips into the middle of the table, tell the dealer to color me out. And I go somewhere else and complain. I go find somebody so I can tell them what this dumbass just did. Now, sometimes it does escalate sometimes. Here's what I really don't like. And I told this story. This was, I don't even remember where, so many gambling stories now. I can't remember where this one was, but I've told the story on here before. The guy asked me. In fact, it was a full table. So he asked us all. He was last to act. And he was like, I don't even remember what he had. He either had a 20, right? He either had 2 10s or he had like a 13 and the dealer had a 6. Whatever it was that he had, it was 100% obvious. Don't hit, just stay. Don't do anything. Let the dealer, whatever it was. And he asked the table, do y'all mind if I split these 10s? Or do y'all mind if I take a hit here or whatever?
Yes, we do mind.
All of us said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, we all had bad hands. You know, so we needed the dealer to bust or whatever it was. That was our only chance of winning. You know, meanwhile, this dumbass has a 20, so he's like, well, I might split against this dealer's 4. No, don't do that. So he asked us. We all said no. And he sat and he goes, I don't know, I got a feeling I'm going to do it. Now, he won the hand, and we all did too. The dealer ended up busting anyway. But that just makes it worse. Because now what does he think, Vic, the next time he comes into that situation?
He's gonna do it again.
He's gonna do it again and again and again. So even though it didn't cost us the hand, I still let him have it because he asked. It's one look, people. It's his money. He can do whatever he wants. We can't make him not do it. But if you're gonna do it, just do it. Don't ask the whole table. The whole table says no, don't do it. Then you do it anyway. That pissed me off. And I told him
it's like, why do you
off.
you ask for advice and then you don't follow the advice that they give you?
Yeah. And I got mad. And he's like, well, you know, you got to do something, man. Look around. These places make a killing, man. Look around. You got to take some chances. I said they make a killing because people split 10s. Like you just did. And I you know, because when you leave a table, you can't leave a table instantly. It takes some amount of time to leave the table because you've got to you've got to wait till whatever hand is being played, you've got to wait till that hand is over. Then you've got to take whatever chips you have, slide them in the middle of the table, and tell the dealer to color you up. The dealer's then got to count your chips out and color you up. And if you don't know what color up means, let's say you're playing $25 blackjack, right? And you've got $375 in front of you in green $25 chips. They don't want you to walk away from the table with all those $25 chips. And really, I don't know why you would want to. So what you do is you push all your green chips in, $375 worth, and they're going to color you up to bigger chips so that you have to carry a less number of chips around the casino. So in the case of $375, they would give you 3 black chips, which are worth $100 each, and 3 green chips. So instead of walking away with, a stack of 20 green chips, you're walking away with 3 black chips and a couple of greens or whatever. So, but it takes an amount of time. So you can't just, the guy splits tens, grab chips, and you're just gone immediately. There's an amount of time that goes by there, and so however amount of time that is, that's the amount of time I spent yelling at that guy before I walked away. But if he wouldn't have asked, I would not have yelled at him. I just would have cashed my chips in and went to another table. But he asked and then did it anyway. So I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck you, dumbass. So you better take a picture of that chip stack you have right there, because it's going to be gone in a matter of minutes. You're playing the fucking donkey blackjack over here. I'm out of here. See you later, woos. Whatever, 2 or 3 minutes maybe it took. And the whole time I'm blah, 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 blah. You know how I am. You know how I get.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm giving him the what for, and what you're doing. Fucking jackleg blackjack over here. Fucking circus shit. You ask us and then do it anyway. What kind of shit is that, man? Fucking dumb, man. I said, we hate money, allergic to money, what? Why'd you ask and do it the whole time? Blah, 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 blah. Until the dealer gave me my chips and I just got them and walked away.
Yep.
Now, when Slaw does it, it's different, because I know Slaw, whatever. So I'm like, Slaw, you fucking, goddamn it, you dumb motherfucker.
Oh.
No, I've only done that to Slaw twice, and I apologize both times.
Yeah.
I apologized to Slaw both times.
Yeah, apologize to Slaw.
Yeah. No, 3 times. He's done it to me 3 times. Twice I yelled at him. The 3rd time I didn't say a word. I got up, turned around, walked about 10 feet the other direction. There was a wall there. I punched the wall and then just came back, sat back down. That was in Cherokee. That was in Cherokee. I think it was Vegas with the Circos when I really went too far at it. But I mean, it made me really mad, and it was like a $300 hand. And I ended up losing, but I lost it. But I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have yelled at him like that. And I did apologize to him for that. Yeah, but not knowing the strategy isn't an excuse at the blackjack table, because you can literally ask anybody at the table, hey, what should I do? You can even ask the dealer, hey, what should I do? And he has to tell you what the book says. And there's no time limit, so you don't know what to do. You just, hey, what does the book say here? And everybody at the table will tell you, the dealer will tell you. So not knowing basic strategy isn't an excuse for fucking up. Oh yeah. As bad as that is, how Slaw plays blackjack with the splitting tens and shit, as bad as that is, he was playing was it 3-card poker? Was it 3-card or ultimate hold? He was playing, I think, 3-card one time and folded a straight flush. Like a $300 winner, he folded it. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, this motherfucker had a straight flush and folded it.
Why? Why?
He didn't know he had it. He didn't know. He looked at the cards wrong, or he get. Well, first of all, as much as Slaw loves to gamble, and he does, he does love to gamble, and he's a lot of fun at the casino. We have a great time with him. I have never in my life seen anybody as nervous as Slaw at any casino table. And that nervousness is what fucks him up. Paul knows exactly what to do in every possible scenario at the blackjack table. In other words, let's say we're sitting at a dinner table and I just ask Slaw, if you have this and the dealer has that, what are you supposed to do? He'll 100 out of 100, he'll get them right. He knows. But when he sits down at that table, he is the most nervous looking thing you've ever seen. Every decision that Slaw has to make in the casino becomes a life or death decision. You can see it on his face. This guy will be playing kitty blackjack at $15 a hand. He'll have a 12 against a 10. There's nothing to think about. Of course you're going to hit on a 12 against a dealer's 10. You don't even have to know basic strategy. Just common sense would tell you, I've got a 12. The dealer's got a 10. There's no way the dealer can bust. I have to hit this 12. Paul will sit there making noises, oh, God, oh, man. I've got a 12, and I know if I hit, the dealer's going to give me a 10. He's got a 10. I don't know. Or what if he gives me a 4, and then I've got a 16?
Just hit it.
And then I look out there, and he's and it's a $10 hand or something. I'm like, Slaw, what the fuck? What are you doing? Hit! Just hit! Yeah, he takes his hat off and on. You can see sweat like beading up on his eyebrows. I'm like, Paul, it's a 12 against a 10. You've got $15 out there. Hit. Hit. What are you doing? Look, let's say you're playing at a $15 or a $25 table, and for whatever reason, you decided it was a good time to bet $300 on this hand. And the dealer deals you pocket eights. Well, you have to split pocket eights, period. You don't have to, but you're supposed to split pocket eights no matter what the dealer has, okay? So let's say you normally bet $25 a hand, but for whatever reason, you get froggy, you feel lucky, whatever, you stick $300 out there. The dealer gives you pocket eights, and he's got a 10. Well, now that might pucker up your butthole a little bit, because now you've got to split those eights, which means you've got to put another $300 out there to play against a dealer 10, the best card he can have. Like, that might make you hesitate half a second. Now, you're still going to split the eights because that's your best chance of winning the hand. But that's a lot of fucking money. If you normally bet $15 or $25 a hand, and for whatever reason you bet $300 on a hand, and the dealer gives you pocket eights, now you've got to split them, which means you got to put another $300 out there. You're now playing two hands instead of one at $300 per hand, and the dealer's got a 10. That's a precarious situation to find yourself in. And so maybe you sit there for an extra half a second. But Slaw will literally have like a 10 against the dealer's 12, or a 12 against the dealer's 10, and he's looking at a $15 bet like his life is on the line. It's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing. He's a lot of fun at the casino, though. Slaw is. Even when he's not gambling, even when he's just, like if you're gambling and he's just standing behind you, I mean, it can get a little annoying sometimes, but when Paul doesn't have any money at risk, boy, he knows everything. He knows what to do. He knows what card is coming next. He knows whether you should bet red or black with no hesitation when he's got no money out there. But you do, you know. He's just standing behind you. And he does this thing where he doesn't talk loud like where everyone can hear. He's not even, it's not that he's whispering in your ear, but he's talking at a level where only you can hear it, you know? But he knows oh, yeah, see what you got? You got it. See? You see how it came red, black, red, black, black, red, black? It's coming red. You know, like he's 100%, like no hesitation. But if he puts $1 on that roulette, if he's got $1 to bet on roulette, he'll stare at that board for an hour before he'll put that dollar out there. Oh, man. He is something. You know, he had him a purse this time when we went to Vegas this past January. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had him a purse.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
He thought he was something. Walking around, he has a little brown leather purse with him. But guess what? Didn't lose his wallet, his ID, nothing the whole time. So, turns out I was right. I told him, man, get your purse, man.
Yeah.
I had my purse, never lost anything. At one point, he was walking around. He had a 24-ounce PBR can sticking out of the side of his purse. The damn thing was so big he couldn't zip his purse all the way up. So he stuffed the can down in there and zipped the purse as much as it would go. It's like half the can was, you know, he's walking around the casino with half a 24-ounce PBR in the back of his purse. Damn. For Billy Slaw. For Billy Slaw. An adult baby bottle. Man. Telling y'all need to come to one of these Vegas trips, then y'all can be a part of these stories. You can do something stupid and I can sit around and talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hard to do something stupid out in Vegas. I tell you that right now.
No.
It's not hard at all.
Nope.
There's plenty of opportunities to do stupid shit out there. Plenty of opportunities. Going to the Braves game tonight. The Braves are dog shit, bud.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Savannah Bananas would beat the Braves like 50-0. Wouldn't even be close. Wouldn't even be close at all.
But I played good when I played blackjack with you. So.
Yeah, you played the right way, and guess what? You won money. Amazing, unbelievable how that happens.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you didn't know what you were supposed to do, you asked somebody. Unbelievable. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And you know what the
I
other
came
thing
away
is?
with about. Well, I came away with about $500. So.
But what'd you buy in for? This is another pet peeve I have about gamblers. I'm in some gambling groups on Facebook, and people will post a picture of a stack of chips and go, I killed it on the craps table. Well, that don't mean jack shit, buddy. you could have $10,000 worth of chips. What if you bought in for 12,000? So when you say you walked away with 500 in chips, Vic, that's not telling me anything. What if you bought in
All right.
for
Well,
600?
I started out with $75.
Yeah, and walked away with 500, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's the other
Yeah.
thing too. Yeah, you really, if you double your money, you should get up and leave. Really. So I don't care what game you're playing in the casino. If you start with $1 and you get to $2, you should leave. If you start with 100 and you get to 200, you should leave. Start with 1,000, you get to 2,000, you should leave, because it is extremely hard to double your money in the casino. Extremely hard. But yeah, you did good, and you walked away. That's hard to do too.
Yeah.
Hard to walk away when you're winning.
Yeah. I walked away, but then you didn't walk away, and then you started losing after I left.
Yeah, you
so,
took all the good luck with you, dummy.
Yep. Yep.
That was rude. You could have stuck
Yeah.
around and watched me lose, but you didn't.
I know.
You didn't have no interest in that.
No.
As soon as you were done playing, you wheeled your happy ass out of there.
Yep.
Left me in there by myself to lose. Thanks a lot. Dang. That's disheartening, isn't that? Yeah, Vegas is weird. You know, y'all know I love Vegas, but every single time I've ever left Vegas, I've been so ready to leave, I can't explain it to you. But about halfway through the flight on the way home, every single time, you're already thinking, fuck, when can I go back? It's weird. It's weird. Oh, yeah. Slaw says he walks away to go to the ATM.
Yep.
Sometimes the ATM is the only thing that pays out in there. You know?
Yeah.
Only thing that pays out sometimes, that damn
Yep.
ATM.
Yep. That's right. You get out of the ATM what you put into it. So.
ATM is a guaranteed payout. Well, it is the first time you go to it in a day. And it usually is the second time you go to it in a day.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, that third or fourth trip to the ATM, it's going to tell you to fuck off and come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna hit your limit, and then didn't Slaw had to call the bank to ask them to raise his limit.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I've done figured it out. See, you get a Cash App card, you can take out $1,000 a week, or basically you can withdraw $1,000 out of the ATM machine with a Cash App card. Then you get your PayPal card. I don't remember what the limit on PayPal is at one time, but anyway, so you got that. Yeah, and then you get 2 bank accounts.
Yeah. Do you have 2 bank accounts?
Yeah. So if you do it that way, you have 4 different pots to pull from when it comes to the ATM machine.
So you can get four. You can get $4,000.
Yeah, well, whatever. Everybody's got different limits on whatever. I forget I know the Cash App limit is $1,000 a day. I think it's also $1,000 a week though. So like if you withdraw $1,000, if you have a Cash App card and you go to the ATM and you withdraw $1,000 out of your Cash App, you can't withdraw anything else through the ATM out of your Cash App for 7 more days. It's $1,000 a week limit. You can take it out $100 at a time over the course of a week, or you can take it all out at once, whatever. And PayPal, they all have a limit. Any card that you put in the ATM to get money out of has some kind of a limit. The limit varies depending on who your bank is or whatever else. But I've got 4 options: Cash App, PayPal, 2 bank accounts. So you got to find ways to get around shit. You know what I mean, Vic? It's a game. You know, they try to keep you from your money.
Yeah.
They try to keep you from your money. You try to find a way to get it. That's how I go. That's how I go. Now, when I go to Vegas in January, I don't do that. I don't do that. I go to the bank before in Augusta before I go, and I just withdraw. I go into the bank and I just say, hey, I'm going to Vegas. I need this much money. And they tell me to come back and get it in 3 days or whatever. You know, they won't give it. The bank ain't going to give you your money. Tell you go into the bank and try to get more than $2,000. You can't. They won't give it to you. They said they need 72 hours notice to get your own money.
Right. Well, they don't have it yet, but they're going to get it. Yeah.
You have to put an order in. That's what they say.
Yeah.
They do that so that I don't go in there. Well, not me. I don't have the money, but in theory, somebody could have $10 million deposited at that bank. They go in there and they say, hey, give me $1 million cash. And then they got no money to give anybody else. So that's why they do that.
Yeah. They run out of money.
And I guess that's probably different from bank to bank too. But the credit union that I use, all they'll give you is $2,000 a day. That's it in cash.
Yeah.
If you want more than that,
When you
now I can go 5 days in a row, take out $2,000 every day. Or you can call them or go in there and say, hey, I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks. I need this amount of cash to take. And they'll tell you what day to come back and get it. You know, if let's say you go in there on a Monday, they'll tell you, well, come back on Thursday or come back on Wednesday or whatever. They'll tell you when to come back. And then you can get more than 2,000.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you give a bank your money, then they loan it to someone else. So yeah,
Right. They're only required to keep it's a very low number, 10%. Let's say whatever bank has $1 billion worth of deposits from people. They're only required to keep 10% of that in cash. The rest of it, they can do whatever they want with it. Invest it, loan it out to people, whatever. That's why whenever these stories come up in the news about banks possibly failing, you see a run on the bank, they call it. Let's say today at noon, God forbid, one of these huge Bank of America, one of these huge banks, whatever, said, we're going under. Within 30 minutes, there would be thousands of people at every Bank of America branch in the country demanding their money. And they don't have it.
yeah.
They don't have it.
It seemed to me like what would happen with what was it? AIG. Yeah.
So now they're insured, or you're insured up to $250,000 per account.
Yes.
So if a bank
Yes,
goes
you're
under,
insured, but they're not.
yeah. So really, you should never have more than $250,000 in any individual bank or savings account. If you've got $500,000 in a savings, well, first of all, I don't know why you would do that, but if you did have $500,000 in a savings account and that bank went under, you're out $250,000. You're only going to get $250,000 of that money. Unless the government bails them out, which they've done before. But
Right. As they did with the AIG, but yeah. 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 Yeah.
Vandy said they increased to 250K. They may have. They may have.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly, because with, inflation, they probably raise the limit every once in a while. So, yeah.
The standard FDI insurance limit is $250,000 per depositor per insured bank. So it's not even per account, it's per bank. So even if you've got multiple accounts at the same bank, you're only insured up to a total of $250,000 is what this says. Yeah. If you have multiple accounts at the same bank, all deposits are added together and the total is only insured up to $250,000. If you have accounts at different FDI insured banks, the $250,000 limit applies separately at each bank. So you're only getting $250,000 of your money per bank that you've got it spread out in. So you better put it in your mattress. Or some genius can show up in the comment section and go, if you want your money to be safe, you got to put it in Bitcoin. Yeah. Real safe. Sounds super safe. I'm about to invest in a lakefront lot to hedge the markets going forward.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're investing in a lakefront lot because you've always wanted to live in a lakefront lot. You've been talking about that since the day I met you. Literally, you're like talking about fixing up your house and selling it and moving to a house on the lake since the day I met you. So I don't think you're doing that to hedge the market. That's not why you're doing it.
Yeah.
That might be a added bonus or a fringe benefit of you buying a lakefront house, but that's not why you're doing it. Yes, long live college football. But as far as spring games go, fuck them.
Yeah.
The schools don't want to do them, then I don't want to be interested in them. So I'm not interested in them.
Yeah, just like that song they say, if you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't care more about your spring game than you do. So I don't anymore.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep fucking around with people. You know, we've already got the longest off season on the planet. At least we had a couple of weeks every April where we could get excited about watching some football on TV, even though it was watered down football. But they've sucked all the energy and excitement out of that now too. They don't want to do it anymore. They're making it known that they don't want to do it anymore. In the case of Georgia, it's going away at Georgia. They're only doing it at Georgia this year to try to appease. They're trying to they're letting you down slowly is what they're doing. It's obvious Kirby don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to do it anymore.
Nope.
That they told ESPN to kick rocks. We don't want you to televise it. We don't want no cameras here. We're not doing no interviews. We're not doing no behind the scenes stuff for you. We're going to do some version of something on April 12th. That's all they've said. And that'll be it. Next year they won't be doing that. And
that's a big change, as Kirby was all about the spring game when he first got here. He asked for them to pack the stadium for his first spring game, and that's what happened.
Yeah, 100K day. Remember that? Remember 100K day?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. Fucking Ludacris concert at halftime of the spring game. I was there for that bullshit.
Yeah.
And they used to do that, and then every July they had Fan Day. Well, 2 years after Kirby got there, he said, fuck this Fan Day. These fans don't deserve to come shake hands with the players and get autographs. Fuck that. We're doing away with Fan. There is no more fucking Fan Day. You want Fan Day? Become a fucking, donator, and Other than that, no, we don't got no interest in the regular fan coming out here to meet the players and shake hands and take pictures with the players and coaches. Nope, fuck the regular fan. That was fucking 7-8 years ago. He got rid of that.
Yeah, that was a Mark Richt thing.
Yeah, he got rid of that. You know, you want something now, you got to be a big time. What do they call it? The Heart Foundation or whatever the fuck they call it. The Heritage. Well, there's a name for it. The McGill Society and all this shit. You got to be, you know, $10,000 plus a year donator to the athletic department before you get anything. Now, you know, the regular person, fuck you.
Yeah, you remember when they were going to sell beer and wine, but only to the people,
only the luxury boxes
who were given $10,000 a year.
Yeah, only the people in the luxury boxes can buy $12 beer. No one else can. You know, and I'm focusing on Georgia because that's obviously the program I'm closest to and care the most about. But this is happening other places. Look, I mean, some places just said, "Fuck it, we're not doing it. Fuck you." You know, Nebraska, Texas, these other places. Other schools are doing like Georgia. They're weaning you off slowly to try to minimize the pain. You know, but it's bullshit.
That's what Clemson is doing. Yet their spring game wasn't televised.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
You know, these fucking schools, man, they want all this money from ESPN. ESPN ought to tell them, fuck you. We're coming. I mean, we're coming. We're bringing cameras in there. We're paying you $50, $60, $70 million a year. We're coming there to broadcast the game. But what do you, I mean? Anyway, it's like everything else. By itself, the spring game situation that's going on is not a huge deal in and of itself. But it's that plus everything else that in and of itself is not a huge deal. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's like no one thing is like, oh, if they do that, that's it. You know, but it's 100 little things. And they add up over time. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's disappointing. It's extremely disappointing. Anyway, what else is going on, Vic?
What else is going on?
Vic, you want to guess first, second, or third? Or you just want to skip, or what? You don't want to do that? You don't want to take the risk, or what?
Nah.
You don't?
Nah.
All right. That's on you then, bud.
Yep.
That's on you.
Yep, that's on me.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here then. Tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Viktube Productions. Yeah, I do make pointless and barely watchable videos, and I do also do a live stream. Shit show disaster stream, and that's on Fridays at 6 p.m. So.
Okay. Yeah, and I can vouch for everything he said in terms of unwatchable videos and disaster/shit show streams.
Yep.
I promise he's not lying.
Yeah.
I promise he's not lying to you about that. So make sure you check out Mr. Tube over on his channel, Viktube Productions, live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Vic, thanks for coming on today, buddy. Another great show.
Yeah, great show. Thanks for having me on.
Yep, looking forward to doing it again next week. There you go, Viktube, every Thursday for you, right here on the morning show. Yeah, right here on the morning show. Good to be back. Out of town yesterday in Atlanta, but didn't miss any live shows. That's important. because I don't do no live shows on Wednesday. And I'll be on tonight at 9 o'clock for the call-in show. If anybody wants to call in, I don't know. Tuesday night show only lasted an hour. So we'll see. We'll see. College football call-in show tonight, 9 p.m., Uncle Lou After Dark. The college football call-in show. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you've all had a great week. I hope you have a great Thursday. And I look forward to seeing you tonight at 9 p.m. on the call-in show. But until then, have a good morning.